Hi, I'm Zach Walton. This is my self-analysis PowerPoint presentation. So this is me. I'm Zach Walters. I was born in Athens, Georgia in 1999. I'm from the small town of Gumlog, Georgia. An interesting fact about Gumlog, Georgia is it used to be famous for running moonshine. Now, running moonshine was when people used to sell moonshine and run from the police when they had moonshine. And to do this, these guys would build their cars and tune their cars to be faster so they could get away from the police. And eventually, these guys would even race their cars on tracks, and believe it or not, this led to the creation of NASCAR. Preview. I'm going to talk about what I'm going to cover throughout this PowerPoint. So we're going to cover my interest, why I'm here, my values and my personality, conflict and how I handle conflict, my communication skills, what this class means to me, my strengths, my weaknesses, my semester goals, and even my life goals. So I enjoy watching YouTube videos about remodeling cars and restoration cars and guys building cars. I'm really just interested in building cars, and hopefully one day I'll be able to modify and build my own car. I love going out and I love fishing and I love being outside, and I also love metalworking and woodworking. I got into this the end of my high school career, and I even did a little bit of blacksmithing. So I love being outside, guys. A big part of me is ever since I was growing up, I was always outside, and I hope that one day in my career I'll be able to go outside every day and enjoy nature. So I've only had one job, and that was a lawn care business that me and my buddy started in high school. We did a little bit of entrepreneurship and got ourselves started and turned it into a pretty big business. He's kind of running it now, and he's got crews working for him, and it's turned out pretty well. Why I'm here. So like I said, I did come from a small town, and Dahlonega is a small town, and that's where UNG was at, so I felt like it kind of clicked for me, and it had the options I was looking for. Now, this wasn't my first plan in life. My original plan was I was going to join the military, but during high school I played football, and I had a little bit of football injury, and my leg's still pretty messed up today, so I wasn't able to do that. I decided since I couldn't do that, I was going to roll with the punches and take what life gave me, and I was going to become a business management major. I felt like business management was a good option for me because it fit my personality and how I like to lead people. So these are my values and my personality. I feel like honesty is a big part of me. I love being honest with people, and I love people being honest with me. I think it's a great way for communication because everything is up front and nothing's behind the scenes. Autonomy, being self-driven. That is a big part of me. I like to do everything for myself. I know that's not a great skill or strength to have, but it made me independent, and it made me grow up well, and it just strengthened me as a young adult. Interpersonal relationships. Interpersonal relationships are really good. You can get close to people and they can get close to you, and you guys can build off of each other. And even in business, this is a good thing to have, because you and another business can help each other out, or you and partners can help each other out, and you can have a recommendation for somebody and they can have a recommendation for you. Last but not least is hard working. I feel like I'm a very hard worker. I don't like to hesitate when a job comes up. I like getting things done immediately. How I handle conflict. I handle conflict head on. I don't like to hesitate and wait and see what's going to happen when something happens. I want to deal with the problem and get it done. I also love face-to-face interaction during conflict. I know this is kind of strange since there are phones and stuff. And like I said here, text and emails. A lot of people like to text and emails about their problems. I would rather just go to someone or the problem I'm having and face it and deal with that problem one-on-one. The best part about this is you can learn from your mistakes in one-on-one. There's a very, very quick interaction between you and the other person, so they can tell you their opinion and you can tell them yours. This way, you can learn from your mistakes and you can build off the mistakes, and you can help others build off of their mistakes. My current communication skills. Now, I feel like my communication skills now, they're not the best, but I'm better in small groups and one-on-one situations. I'm not the best in big crowds with communications. In big crowds, I feel like there are too many eyes watching me and too many places to look in the crowd, and I can kind of get confused and get too focused on looking in the crowd and kind of forget what I'm talking about. I understand communication is a huge role in business, a very big role, and I would like to sharpen my communication skills with this class, especially with large groups and people that I'm not very comfortable with. I hope this will push me out of my comfort zone so I can turn my lower communication skills into higher communication skills. What this class means to me. So like I said before, I am a business management major, so this is required for me. But I believe this class will also help in my future, not only in a business sense, but also in a personal sense, to help grow with anyone that I meet or any business that I come in contact to. So that way they can understand me, I can understand them, and a relationship can grow from that. I believe business communication is a great people skill. Now, I do know some people who have had business communication as their major, and these are some of the nicest people I know. They just really relate to everyone they come in contact to, and they have great people skills. And I hope that this class will help build my people skills so I can become a person just like that. So here are my skills and my strengths. Like I said before, I believe I'm a very hard worker, and I consider that one of my strengths. I like to get things done, get them done on time. Another thing is a problem solver. I feel like I can handle situations when they come at me quick, and I feel like I'm light on my feet in situations to get things done. With this being a strength, I would also like to sharpen it so that way I can have communication skills to have other people's opinions build my problem solving skills. I do work well independently, and while that's not something great to brag about, I would like to have it to where I can communicate with others so they can help build my skills. So that way while I'm working independently, I can take other people's ideas and share my ideas for when they're working independently. I do enjoy working well with others, as long as these others are people who contribute to the group. I don't want to have slackers where they drag you down and slow you down and keep you behind. Weaknesses. One of my major weaknesses is computer skills. I'm not well adapted to working computers, and I would like to sharpen that skill. I'm taking a computer science class right now, and I hope that helps with this skill, and even doing this PowerPoint has helped learn some new skills on PowerPoint. I am sometimes impatient. Like I said, when I'm working in a group and there's some slackers and I have to pick up this slack, it makes me very impatient working on the project. I do resent close supervision, and I do find this is a huge weakness of mine, because in a job, the boss or your manager is going to look over your shoulder to make sure you're doing something right, and it shouldn't bother you. You need to understand people are going to watch you do your job to make sure you're doing your right job. That's how you get the job, and I understand that and need to work on that skill. Another big weakness of mine, and I don't want to relocate when I get a job. I love being a Georgia boy. It's where I was born and raised, and I like it here, and I know this is going to limit some job options when it comes to the job world. My goals for this semester. So I want to work on my communication skills with others so I can build my personal communication skills and my business communication skills. I know communication is a huge part of both, and I would like to strengthen this skill. And I would also like to build the skills and strengths that I'm already good at. Even though I might be good working by myself, I would like to have it to where I can bring in other people's opinions and take their advice and learn from that. I would also like to turn some of my weaknesses into strengths, or build these weaknesses up so they're better than they are now. So that way, even though I don't like people watching me do my work, I need to understand that that is a necessity for the job, and I'm going to have to deal with that, and I would like to deal with it in a good way, through that way easing myself into it. That way it becomes a very strong skill of mine. My goals for my life. So I would like a good job after college. Obviously, nobody's going to get paid huge money right out of college, and I understand that, but a good pay for beginners. And I'd also like to be independent. Long term, I would like to have a great paying job. I don't want to hope too much, but I put in this time and effort and work, and I would like to get something out of that. I'd also like to love my job. I don't want to have to put emotional labor into a job where I wake up every day and think I don't want to be there. I want to love what I'm doing and love my career. Another thing is I want to live without restrictions. I don't have to be a rich person, but I would like to be well off where I can provide for those who I am taking care of and provide for myself and live a happy life. Summary of what I've covered. We talked about my interest and what I like and I don't like. We talked about why I'm here and the options that was given to me and how I rolled with the punches to end up where I am now. We talked about my values and my personality, how I believe hard working is a great value to have and it can get you far in life. We talked about conflict and how I handle conflict head on and don't like to hesitate. We talked about my communication skills and how I like one-on-one communication the best, and I'm not that good at group skills yet, but I hope to build that with this class. We talked about what this class means to me and how I hope to build my skills with this class. We talked about my strengths and what I feel like I'm good at. We also talked about my weaknesses and where I might not be the strongest, but where I hope to improve the most. We talked about my goals for this semester and how I would like to improve the best I can. And we also talked about my goals for life.